When I get asked, Paul, what do you do? My answer is very simple. I solve sales problems, period. If you're not watching this video, and I'm speaking to you, you real estate agents, you realtors, and you brokers. If you're not watching this video that's coming to you next, then you don't deserve to produce more sales and get more sellers contract. Welcome to Paul's Mindset and Attitude Sales Training Program. In this video that you're about to watch, and those of you who have the winner's mindset will be watching this video that's coming to you soon. In this video, I have a live cold call with a for sale by owner for one of my real estate clients. Okay, they hire me to cold call for them to get them more for sale by owners appointments. So in this live cold call, you're gonna see, and what I want you to pay attention to is the rhythm and tempo and how I am speaking with the for sale by owner, how I get them to embrace wanting a real estate agent that happens to be my client. Once they buy into what I'm proposing and how valuable my client is as a real estate agent, then what I do in this phone call is I actually connect my real estate agent client on a three-way conference call with the for sale by owner. And I could guarantee you most of you don't do that. But this is what I specialize in. This is what I do every day for my real estate clients that hire me to cold call for them on for sale by owners. So what I want you to pay attention to and take notes is the rhythm and tempo I have and how I engage the for sale by owner, and also how I introduce them to my real estate client. Now, you may not hear all the conversation between my real estate client and the for sale by owner. For some reason, it's not coming out loud enough for it to record. But what I want you to understand is that this is how I close deals. This is how I help my clients get more sellers contract and more listings by getting them both involved from the very beginning of the initial call. It takes a lot of skill to do that, and you have to know the value of your skill and knowing how to do that. So without further ado, buckle up, watch the video, smash the like button, share your comments below, hit the subscription button, and take down notes on this video. Now, for the live cold call with for sale by owner and my real estate agent client. These are cold calls that I'm doing for my client, speaking with for sale by owners. And what I usually do is when I get them on the phone and they're going along with me as far as the presentation and they're ready to, receive what I'm saying, then what I do is to save time and calls, I try to get them on the phone with my client agent so they can meet right away. And that sets the tone. So when they meet, they're already pre-sold on each other. And that's how we've been able to be effective in getting and helping my clients get more listings. So that's what this call is. Hello, Mr. Watson. Hey, good morning. My name is Paul Cruz. How you doing, sir? Good. Listen, I'm going to be brief and to the point. I know you're busy there this morning. The reason why I'm calling about your property at 813 Roadrunner Lane. Okay, is this your personal residence you're selling, or is it an investment you're selling? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And I see on Zillow you're asking 525,000. Is that correct? Okay. And it's a three bedroom. Oh, but okay. Okay, fair enough. Now, do you have financing on it, or do you own it free and clear? Oh, okay, good, good. And it's weird. It says three bedrooms and five bathrooms. Is that correct? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Now the guest house, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. And now that guest house, is it on the same parcel, or did you file it with the company? Oh, it's one piece. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. 1.4 acres. 5 4 acres. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So let me explain who I am and what I do. First of all, I'm not a real estate agent, and I'm sure you get a lot of calls from agents. And I don't know what your experience been with agent, but there are some good ones out there. What I do is I'm a venture capitalist by trade. I have an office in Las Cruces and also here in El Paso where I'm at. And one of the things that I do is, it sounds corny, so please forgive me. I try my best to solve sales problems for sellers, investors, companies, and things like that. So what's happening is I have a client that I represent in Las Cruces who asked me to call you about this property. And she's been a real estate agent for over 33 years in Las Cruces. She's very well known. She's been responsible for funding 1,200 successful real estate transactions in over 30. Well, she's on listings and things like that. So I work for her. So I do all the phone call. Yeah, you know what I mean? But here's what's happening. Um, because of the economic conditions, we're very strategic on taking on new situations. Because at the end of the day, with inflation, interest rates, we have a lot of buyers that make good income, but they don't meet the traditional financing for debt to equity ratio. So then what we do is we focus on investors that could buy the properties and then they sell it as a bank themselves to the other. Well, I saw it on Zillow. I saw it on Zillow. Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens, and I'm going to be real brief. So what my client does, she's been involved in 1,200 successful real estate transactions, commercial, land deal, water rights. She was an attorney for 10 years. So she has a lot of real world experience in getting job done. Now the sellers have been very happy because they made money with her, and the buyers have been happy because they've got good deals, and whether they're living in it or as an investor. So what's happening is we have a strategy to help you sell your home faster than most for sale by owners can do on their own. And the way we do that is we always have what they call the exit strategies. I deal with investors. I'm not an agent yet, but she persuaded me to get my license. So I'm working on that, even though I've been a venture capitalist for over 30 years. So what I would like to do is have you meet with her, keep an open mind. When you meet with her, she's 81 years old, so she's been doing this a long time, and she's got more energy than me, and I'm 30 years younger than her. And it's amazing how awesome she is. And so what I would like to do is just share with you how we do things, and then if you meet with her, I think you're going to see that she could be the right person to help you with this listing. Now, what we do that's different than most agents is this: a lot of for sale by owners. Now, I speak with for sale by owners every single day nationwide. And so, one of the major things that for sale by owners have a problem with agents is that most agents don't have no real value. They just don't. They just don't have experience. They don't really know how to sell their value or offer their value, and they don't know how to sell properties. At the end of the day, it's not about listing, it's about, if you get that listing, how quick can you sell it, right? But you have to have a plan to do that. So that's what we specialize in. To give an example, we had 3 listings less than 30 days ago, and she's already got 2 contracts and 1 in escrow to let you know what we do. Okay, now here's the thing is, how did you price your property? Did you get an analysis, or is that something you looked at the selling comps? How did? Oh, okay, 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 okay. So you dropped it. I got you. Yeah, yeah, right. The reason for the lack of offers could be a couple things is they dealing with the wrong buyers. And what I mean is the buyer's agent doesn't really know how to qualify real people. And the second part could be is that the banks are not financing because of the debt to equity ratio. Does that make sense? So what we do is we do the back end first. So right now, off the record here, I do have a potential couple buyers for this property. However, they want to make sure that the seller has an agent in order for liability purposes. And then what happens is the agent, which is my client, asked me to call about this. So we work really well together. And something like this, especially you've done some work to it, I would say 30 or 45-day period could potentially be an escrow. Now, don't quote me on that, but that's been my experience so far. So it comes down to the strategy that my client uses as far as how she promotes it. She spends a lot of money on promoting properties. I could tell you that right now. So she does put money where her mouth is to get the property sold. The other thing that we do different, Jack, if you don't mind me calling you Jack, is we like to make commissions very easy for a prospect to say yes or no. Okay, so what she usually does is she offers 3 scales. In other words, if there's a 30 to 60-day period, there's a certain price on commission. If it's 60 to 90 days, is less. If it's 90 to 120 days, then it's less. So what that does, that challenges the agent to get the deal sold quicker because that means more money, right? And then more money for the seller and more money for them. But at the end, we match the right investor to sell the property. Here's how we would do for yours. Okay, we will look at 2 types of buyers. One is an investor that could afford to buy your property, doesn't really need credit, right? So what they do is they buy the property from you, and then what they do is to the second buyer is they become the bank to the other buyer. I know that's not your problem. You just care about who's buying it. But what that does is that's the strategy to help you sell your property quicker than trying to just get the regular buyer because of the debt to equity ratio. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so let me do this. Let me see if I could introduce you to her. Her name is Jody Hooper. I don't know if you heard of her. Have you heard of her before? Okay, she's got a company called Jody Power Hooper Team, Real Estate LLC. Like I said, she's been doing this for 33 years. She's been my client for almost 2 years, and now I'm going to get my license to be an agent for her as well because I do this every single day, and I also work with banks getting like REOs and non-performing loans. Now, why are you selling your home? If you don't mind me asking, are you moving somewhere else or are you just downsizing? Okay. Are you staying in Las Cruces or are you going out of state? Okay. Oh, where at? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Where in Colorado? Because I lived there 7 years. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I lived in the Colorado Springs for 5 years, right there on Academy Boulevard. And then I lived, yeah, on the other side. And then I lived 2 years in Main Street in Denver, Colorado. It was one of my favorite states. I left there to move to California. It was a mistake. I should have stayed in Colorado. It's beautiful. It is beautiful, but it's getting destroyed a lot of areas because of the politics. You know what I mean? But it's a beautiful area. But hold on 1 second. Let me see if I could get Miss Jody on the phone just to introduce you to her. Hold on 1 second, Jack, if you don't mind. Hold on. Hello, Miss Jody. I have Mr. Jack Watson on the phone for 813 Roadrunner Lane. I wanted to introduce you to him. Mr. Watson, this is Miss Jody. She's the agent I've been telling you about who's got a lot of energy, and we can potentially help you get the right offer for this property. Miss Jody, but I was telling Mr. that No, I was telling Mr. Watson about our strategy, how we can help him, and he was mentioning some of the prices that he dropped the price a couple times. He did some extensions on it, but I wanted to introduce you to him to see if we can schedule a time to meet with him and see how we can be of value to him. See, I got the seller and my client real estate agent on the phone, and this is how we close deals. It works. Cold calling works if you allow yourself to make it work. Uh, And also, he just told me earlier that the reason he's selling it is because he's moving to Colorado, and there's no financing on it, so he owns it free and clear. And I mentioned to him a little bit about our strategy and how we can help him get a good offer and potential quick escrow on this. So you may want to share that with him.
Yes, and Mr. Watson, I was an appraiser and I probably licensed every appraiser in New Mexico. The good, the bad, and others.
So what's happening is I got them conversating and I'm just throwing bullet points so that they're on the same page. So what you want to do is you always want to find out what the real issue is from the seller and then the agent and put them together, and that solves everything. So I clean all that up before I put them on the phone. That's how we get deals. Easy is what I love to do because it is challenging and it keeps me sharp. Yeah. He has it on Zillow. since I think 10 days now, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Right.
The research with what I can find in my data sources. And then I like to look at the house before I tell you what I think it will sell for. Have you done some updates on it, Mr. Watson?
Yeah. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye. That's how it goes. That's what we do. I had to follow up with him because at the end something didn't go right and I had to solve it right away. So anyway, I hope you guys learned that. That's what you do. This is how we get things done.
Are you struggling generating sales on social media? Is your business stagnant in cash flow? Here's the exciting news. We here at the Paul Cruz Sales Agency have solutions to these problems. Simply visit our website at www.paulcruzsalesagency.com, fill out a simple form, and we will get back to you within 24 hours. Paul Cruz Sales Agency, where sales